Hi dear fam, welcome to my laundry room. I was so excited to partner with Electrolux to remodel our laundry room, slight renovation. So before it was pretty much a little dated. And we have been living with it for the past 2-3 years and it was fine, but I feel like we just needed like a little update, a little love, fresh coat of paint. And let me remind you, our dog, when we moved here, chewed up our baseboards. So there was a few minor things that needed to be fixed. Also, we did not have a refrigerator in here. We had the connection, but it was old, dated, plumbing, all the things. So it was just time just for a refresh. We had to get the laundry room done in record timing because we owed deliverables to the brand and just a lot of logistics that went behind the scenes that it just had to be done by a certain date. And one of the things I was really excited about with that is that we were able to keep the original cabinetry in here. So there was absolutely nothing wrong with them. Like, great condition. The contractor came in and was like, y'all are keeping this, right? And I was like, absolutely. So all we did was sand them down and then put a fresh coat of paint on them. I cannot recall the exact color at this moment, but I will tag it for you guys. But this is like the perfect chocolate brown. I really wanted our laundry room to be something that was like moody. I feel like a lot of laundry rooms are like bright and airy, and probably because it's a space that not a lot of us like to come in. But for me, I wanted something dim, dark, moody. I feel like our house has tons of windows and natural light. So this is a space where we can kind of be like zen, relax, fold a little laundry, and you know, laundry can be fun too and beautiful. We went with unlacquered brass hardware, so it will patina over time. I decided to go with the oval knobs just because I feel like they're fun. And before it was like these big round white knobs, and I was like, I want to stay away from anything that even reminds me of that. So oval it was. And then we did these longer handles here on the taller cabinetry. And one of the things I was most excited about is this marble countertop. So you have no idea how many stores Ahmad and I went to looking for a slab. And because this is such a small space, I did not want to like spend all the money on buying like one big slab. Like, I just wanted to buy a remnant. And I was literally struggling. And our contractors were like, hey, there's a place down the street from your house that we use all the time. Like, go there and see if you find anything. One, I had no idea that this place even existed, and it's like literally next to where my kids play soccer. Two, I walked around, and there's like chickens, and like it's just a really awkward place. But I like turned and I was like, is that a like little marble slab? I called Ahmad, FaceTimed him. He was like, that looked like it would work. And I got this for a really good deal without having to buy a whole slab to the color. Like, it just worked. This was the only marble they had, by the way, at this place. And I was just like, it was just meant to be. One of the things I found on Etsy were these hooks, and we do not have a mud room in this house. And originally, I really wanted to turn, there's a bathroom on the other side of this door that has garage access, and I wanted to turn that kind of like to the laundry room, and then we could come through here. But since living in this house, I realized that we actually utilize that bathroom way more than I thought we were. So we're gonna keep that bathroom. So I added these hooks, and granted, the kids do not come in this way, and this is not a mud room, but it's a good place for us to put like, just hang things, and right now it's just decor. But you know, like we can hang our gardening tools, like all of those things here, and it's just like a cute little moment. We've also added a bench here, so while you're waiting for your laundry, you can sit here, read a book. This is a bench that we already had, and eventually I've been looking to source like kind of like a longer, skinny, narrow bench that would make more sense. But for now, she's here. So originally this space was for a refrigerator. And granted, I wanted to change it, but then with my mom and dad coming to stay with us all the time, between needing ice for soccer games, and we no longer have a deep freezer because ours just, it died during the freeze. This was actually the most perfect solution. So now we have extra storage for drinks. Like right now, my mom has like all of her food, her juices in here, stacked. And what else she has in here? All kind of things in here. So my mom keeps her food in here. And then what I really love about this Electrolux refrigerator is that you have this extra drawer, and we normally keep like water. So we have cold chill water at all times. And then we keep all of our extra like meats and things in here as we would like a deep freezer. We recently just bought a, I want to say like 1/4 of a cow, maybe something like that. So we have literally all of our packaged meats in here. And the only thing that we had to do was redo the water line, and I think like one little pipe that we had to redo because it was outdated. And we have a working fridge. Funny story is that this fridge does not really fit in this space. And Ahmad measured and measured, and we thought it was going to fit. And so something that I probably said I would never share, but I'm gonna share because this is real life moments here. We can only open this side to here, but it's still functional, right? So what a solution to that would be is that when we get to this bathroom side, we can kind of like push this wall a little bit back, or we can leave it because it's just a second refrigerator and no one's really like in here like that. I don't know. We'll see how much it costs to move this wall. One last thing about this refrigerator is that my kids literally love this feature. So this is where you get your water. So most fridge, you know, it's like here, but this is like solid, flat, sleek. But you can open, they put their water bottles here, fill up their water. It has literally been a game changer. And now you don't have to see all of that stuff on the front of your refrigerator. Something that we've been doing in the whole house as we go room by room, if you've seen any of our previous Dear Home videos, is these little light switches. The little toggle light switches literally are like my favorite thing. Like I feel like it's like the jewelry of the room. It adds like character, charm, gives us something besides that like plastic light fixture. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, they are expensive, they are custom, so when you order them, the lead time on them is a little lengthy. So I always try to order these before we start the room or the project. So far we have them in my room, we did the parlor, the girls' bathroom, my son's bathroom, and now we have them here in the laundry room. We have one here and one on the opposite side as well. And we also changed the door handles. I started changing them upstairs on the second floor first because we did the girls' bathroom up there. And so as I go room by room, I would change the knobs, like the door hardware, as well as the toggle light switches. And my rule of thumb is when you do things like this is like literally do it room by room. If you do it, like order everything for the whole house, our house is like 5,000 square feet. If I was to order this and this for the entire house at one time, Ahmad probably would like say some words because it would be super expensive. So rule of thumb is order it as you go, but make sure you're ordering your toggle light switches prior to starting the project, just because of the lead time. It could be like 4 to 6 weeks. And this is in the unlacquered brass finish. If you're in the market for a new washer and dryer, these are the Electrolux. They're in this really pretty alpine green, like matte color. And we have been having like super old washer and dryers, like even at our old house, and we brought them here. And I had no idea how outdated we were until we got these. So one of the things I love about these is because there's so many functions. So we use the active wear function, especially for like all the sports, the kids like sport wear, the heavy duty to wash like our comforters and sheets and all those type of things. There's also an allergen on here, which is a great option, especially for my kids because they have a lot of allergies. There's also, where's the quick, 15-minute fast dry. And then on the washers, the 15-minute fast wash. When your kids tell you that, hey, I don't have my uniform, and it's like the morning of, you throw it on the 15-minute wash, the 15-minute dry, and then they put it on before they walk out of the door. Like, game changer. One of the other things I like is that you can do a delay time. So our dog does not like to have, like, he stays in here kind of when we're leaving. Like, this is like his room as well. And he freaks out when he's home alone and the washer and dryer is going. Like, he's so scared. But you can do delay time and set the timer to come on when you come back home, so that way you don't forget. It also has wrinkle release, which is really good. So if you're like me and you don't like to steam and iron, you could throw it in there before it's time to go. So that's just my little spill on these babies here. I am hooked, okay? Hooked. Let's talk about these floors. So I was literally shooketh, and the reason that I'm kneeling down here is because I really want to talk about these floors. I was like so nervous because the floors that I originally wanted to order was gonna take way too long. And like I told you in the beginning, it's like, this had to get done by a certain time. And I didn't just wanna like pick any floor because we just had to get it done. Like, I wanted to make sure I loved it. And we literally went to several stores. I couldn't find anything. I went to Floor & Decor. I was like, let's just go to Floor & Decor. I went in there and I saw these and I was like, I was shooketh. I was like, this is literally from Floor & Decor and not expensive. This is marble. This is a herringbone marble floor, and it comes in like a square, like a big square, and you have to piece it together, but hello, and it brings out so many of the colors that I love. So there's like hints of green that plays off the washer and dryer. There's like the brown tones, there's neutral tones, there's like gray tones. There's so many pieces in here, which also made it perfect match for the countertop, the marble slab countertop. So it just all kind of worked out together, unplanned, literally like on the spot. And I never like to design like that, but sometimes you just have to go with the flow and pivot, and this is when a pivot goes right. And I loved it so much that we literally carried it from the laundry room all the way into that powder bath. Let's get into the light. So originally I ordered this light to go somewhere else. And in the laundry room, there's only one light. Like, there's no recessed lighting, there's none of that. And I didn't want to add that because, like I said, I wanted this place to be like moody and dark. And I felt like one light would just do it justice. I mean, that's what was in here before anyway. However, the light fixture is what was important. And I was like, what kind of light am I gonna put in here? Once again, we had to do this quickly. And because it's me, I just always randomly have just random home things. And I ordered this light to go somewhere else, and we end up not using it in the parlor. And it's just the perfect fit for in here. It's the scallop detail. It adds texture. I love how like the light is centered here. So when you're folding, like, you have the right amount of light here. I don't know. I'm actually really in love with it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I want to order another one for the studio house to put in one of the bedrooms. Thank you, dear fam, for tuning in today to our laundry room. If you are new here, we have posted so many dear home videos. So just different videos of our home renovation, from my kids' bathrooms to the parlor, now to the laundry room, from our bedroom to so many more videos. So make sure to like, subscribe, and go check out those videos, and I will catch you on the next one.